Ever get a medical bill and think, how on earth did they come up with this number?
Yeah.
You're not alone. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the often murky world of medical billing, armed with insights from a career coach who preps people for this very field.
It's like a secret language.
Yeah.
But once you know a few key phrases,
Yeah.
you can start deciphering those bills and advocating for yourself.
Exactly. Our source is a YouTube video from How to Become. They're all about helping people ace job interviews.
Okay.
And in this case,
Yeah.
it's for medical billing specialists.
Right.
But what's cool is by revealing the questions these folks need to be ready for, we get a peek behind the curtain of the whole system.
It's like learning the magician's secrets.
Uh-huh.
But instead of illusions, it's your health insurance.
Okay, so picture this. First interview question. Explain the medical billing process. Now, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I'd probably draw a blank or ramble about something I saw in Grey's Anatomy.
Right. Most of us wouldn't know where to start.
Right.
But the video breaks it down in a surprisingly clear way, starting with a step most people don't even think about: patient registration.
Seems basic, but I bet this is where a lot of errors can happen that come back to bite us later, huh?
Absolutely. A wrong insurance number, a misspelled name. Those seemingly small mistakes can lead to big delays or even denials down the line.
So tip number one for our listeners, triple check that info every time you're at the doctor's office. Okay, what's next in this billing journey?
Things get a bit more technical with medical coding.
Okay.
This is where those infamous ICD-10 codes come into play.
Ah, yes, those mysterious strings of letters and numbers that look like something out of the Matrix.
Precisely. But instead of controlling reality,
Right.
they're used to classify every diagnosis and procedure.
Okay.
So let's say you went to the doctor for that nasty cough you couldn't shake.
In there.
There's a specific ICD-10 code for bronchitis, for a sinus infection, even for just a plain old cough.
Wow.
Using the right code is crucial because it tells the insurance company exactly what they're being billed for.
It's like a universal language for healthcare. So
Yeah.
if the code isn't right, the insurance company might not pay.
You got it. And that's where things can get messy for everyone involved.
Right.
Inaccurate coding can lead to claims being denied, delayed,
Oh, no.
or even sent back for correction, which just drags the process out.
Okay, so accurate coding equals a smoother billing experience.
Yes.
Makes sense. The video also mentions CPT codes are those in the same realm.
They are. While ICD-10 codes deal with diagnoses, CPT codes focus on the specific procedures performed during your visit.
Okay.
Think blood tests,
Right.
x-rays,
Yeah.
even that flu shot you hopefully got. Each procedure has a unique code.
So it's kind of like building a case file for your visit,
Yeah,
code by code.
exactly.
This is fascinating. It's like putting together a puzzle, but instead of a pretty picture, you get a medical bill,
Yeah.
hopefully an accurate one. So once our case file of codes is complete,
Right.
what happens next?
That's when the provider, or more likely their billing department, sends an electronic claim to the insurance company.
Okay.
Think of it as a digital invoice detailing all those codes and their associated costs.
So it's the billing department's job to make sure all those puzzle pieces we talked about are in the right
Yes.
place.
Precisely. And just like a missing puzzle piece can ruin the whole picture,
Right.
any errors in this claim can lead to denials or delays.
Ugh, denial's every patient's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
What are some common reasons for those dreaded denials?
The video mentions a few culprits.
Okay.
Sometimes there are discrepancies between the information provided by the patient and the insurance company's records.
Okay.
Maybe that misspelled name from registration is rearing its ugly head.
Oof. Yeah, that early tip about checking your information suddenly feels even more important.
It is. Other times, denials happen because a service isn't covered under a patient's specific plan.
Oh.
Or there might be missing documentation, like if a referral was needed but never provided.
So it's like a detective game. What happens if a claim does get denied? Is it game over?
Not necessarily. This is where a skilled medical biller really earns their stripes.
Okay.
They investigate the reasons for the denial, fix any errors, track down missing information, and then resubmit the claim.
Talk about problem-solving skills.
Absolutely, and it often requires a good dose of patience and diplomacy,
Right.
especially when dealing with insurance companies and frustrated patients.
So let's say the claim sails through.
Right.
Or maybe after a bit of back and forth, it's finally approved.
Okay.
Does that mean we're home free, bill paying wise?
Well, not quite.
Oh, no.
Remember, insurance rarely covers 100% of the costs.
Right.
Once the insurance company has paid their share,
Yeah.
the patient might still owe a balance.
Here comes the part we all dread.
Huh?
the bill arriving in the mail.
Exactly.
Right.
And this is where understanding even the basics of medical billing can really empower you.
Okay.
You're more likely to spot any errors, understand those codes we talked about,
Right.
and know the right questions to ask if something doesn't seem right.
It's about being an informed consumer,
Yes.
even in the world of healthcare.
Exactly.
Instead of just blindly paying whatever is on that statement,
Yeah,
we can actually decipher it and make sure we're not being overcharged.
exactly. Knowledge is power, as they
Yeah.
say,
Right.
and it can even save you money when it comes to medical bills.
This is already eye-opening. But our source material goes even deeper into what makes a great medical biller.
Okay.
And what's fascinating is how these skills can also benefit us as patients. So the video talks about how important communication skills are for medical billers,
Right.
which, when you think about it, makes total sense.
Yeah.
They're dealing with complicated medical stuff
Mm-hmm.
and finances,
Yeah.
two things that can make people a little, shall we say, stressed.
It's a high-stakes field, no doubt.
Yay.
A good medical biller is not just crunching codes.
Right.
They're often the bridge between the patient, the provider, and the insurance company.
Yeah.
That takes tact.
Okay, imagine this. You get a bill that's way higher than you expected.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk to someone who's just rattling off jargon?
Yeah.
Or someone who can actually explain it in plain English and help you figure out what's going on?
It's a huge difference. The video even emphasized how to handle those tricky conversations when there's a billing dispute.
Oh, this is key.
Right.
I've been there feeling totally lost and getting the runaround.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Right. So instead of just saying, tough luck, got to pay up,
Right.
a skilled biller uses those communication skills to diffuse the situation.
Right.
Empathy goes a long way.
Yeah.
Explain the problem clearly.
Okay.
Walk through potential solutions.
Yeah.
And keep that patient trust intact.
So it's almost like by understanding what makes a good medical billing experience,
Yeah,
we're also learning how to be better advocates for ourselves when things go wrong.
exactly. It's about leveling the playing field a bit.
Right.
The more you understand the system,
Yeah.
the less intimidating it becomes.
I love that.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has been like getting a crash course in a topic most people try to avoid.
Yeah.
And you know what?
What's that?
I feel way more confident knowing what actually goes on behind the scenes of a medical bill.
That's the goal. Knowledge is power,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to something as important as healthcare.
You know, I used to think those EOB statements were written in some ancient,
Gigantic.
undecipherable language.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually looking forward to decoding the next one that comes in the mail.
That's the spirit. And hey, if you spot an error,
Yeah.
you'll know exactly who to call and how to advocate for yourself.
You got that right.
Yeah.
This has been eye-opening, and I bet
Yes.
our listeners are feeling more empowered already.
To navigate those medical bills, absolutely.
For sure. So until next time,
Yes.
keep those questions coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is the deep dive, reminding you that even the most complex topics can be conquered,
Yeah.
one insightful nugget at a time.